Everybody, it's Anime World here. We're back again with What If Deku Was Reborn to Wakfu, Part 5. Part 10. Now we leave off when Aizawa is telling the students about the UA Sports Festival, and everyone's going like, oh yeah, we're going to be testing out our quirks on other people and our classmates. That's when Deku's like, testing our power. You know, this might be a little good, because with Bakugo's explosion and One for All, he might be a better match than All Might, I guess. And that's when Deku's like, hold on. And that's when Aizawa says, you're going to get to have 2 weeks since we're doing an investigation at the USJ incident. And that's when Deku's like, 2 weeks. Yes, that's enough. That's when Aizawa goes and they all go home. Some of them go home. Some of the others just talk and then go home. And that's when Deku is saying, 2 weeks, that'll be enough for 2 years for training. That means that's when Deku goes to Kaminari. I think that's his name. And that's when Deku's like, Kaminari, your quirk is electricity. That's a perfect match. Okay, and Kaminari's like, what's he talking about? But then Kaminari says, yep, electricity. That's when Deku's like, and that's when Kaminari's like, that's when Deku's like, yeah, mine's lightning too. That's when Kaminari's like, oh, lightning as well. And that's when, oh yeah, I forgot you have lightning quirk as well. That's when Deku's like, yeah, and I want to train you. That's when Kaminari's like, how come you're acting like you're a teacher training me? That's when Deku's like, just think of it as us training together, okay? That's when Kaminari's like, okay. That's when Deku teleports Kaminari to the North Pole, and Kaminari's like, hey, what are we doing here? That's when Deku's like, just get in the portal. That's when Deku throws Kaminari in the portal, before Deku can go in, he senses something weird, like something evil. But Deku doesn't mind too much because, there's villains in the world, so of course he'd be feeling it. So he just goes in, and that's when Deku sees Bakugo, and he's like, Bakugo? Wait, I don't remember teleporting you here, so what are you doing here? That's when Bakugo's like, oh, I forgot. I didn't think you'd come. Because he said that you wouldn't want to change too much here. As in Kaminari's like, hey, what's Bakugo doing here? But no one answers him, and Bakugo's like, hey, Deku, what's he doing here? And Deku's like, oh, I brought him here to train. And that's when Bakugo's like, wait, did you tell him? Did you also tell him about my new power? And that's when Deku's like, calm down. I didn't tell him anything. I just brought him here to train. That's when Bakugo's like, I hope you did. And that's when Deku's like, how did you get here anyway? And that's when Bakugo's like, well, that's not long, but a story that you might believe and also might not believe. And that's when Deku's like, try me. That's when Bakugo's like, okay, now, a day later for you guys, I wanted to get some training done back here, because this place is a really good place to train. Even if this place is like our world, but the time difference is different, training here is like 10 times better than in the other world, even if both worlds had the same time limit in a full day. So, yeah, I wanted to go back in, so I wanted to run And that's when I ran all the way over here, through the city, through the desert, and then I got to the water, started swimming, and I just did all this because it was a good way to train my legs, just to get ready for my new power, I guess, to boost up my strength to use it more, so I don't break my hands, since I can only use 5%. And now it's a little different, but it's still good, Maybe even use 10%. But back to the story. Now, I was swimming, and then that's when it gets weird. And the sky turns dark. And that's when Deku's like, wait. What? The sky gets dark? Keep going. That's when Bakugo's like, yeah, the sky got dark. And that's when I was like, well, what the hell? And I saw someone in front of me wearing a black cloak. And like his face, I couldn't see his face because of the black cloak. So I tried to say, who are you? And I said it like 3 times and not answering me. So I wanted to use my explosion into the air to go after him, and before I can say, who are you again? That's the weird part. I got chopped in the neck, and then I was chopped in the neck for like a little while, maybe like a few minutes, few seconds, and that's when I was in front of the North Pole. I think I woke up fast because of the coldness there, but I couldn't remember anything. That's when I remembered I was swimming, but I was in the North Pole, and I don't even remember how getting there. That's when Deku's like, okay, I'm going to have to investigate what the hell that was. But okay, well, yeah, I brought Kaminari here just to train, and maybe I might even teach him how to use Zeus Cloak. Lightning God mode. And that's when Bakugo's like, okay. And that's when Deku's like, in his mind, he's like, okay, let's go do some, oh wait, I forgot about Zerato. If he sees Kaminari with me here, he's gonna kill me. He said I shouldn't bring any more people. What am I gonna do? That's when Deku's like, hold on. He won't know if I bring Bakugo and Kaminari outside. Then that's when Deku says, hey Bakugo, we're gonna be going outside now. That's when Bakugo's like, finally, I'm gonna be leaving this dark cave. It's not that dark, but I can see light, but it's only the sky. I seriously gotta get out of here. And Deku's like, hold on, you've bullied me for so many years, so much that I didn't even knew that you can do whatever you want, because you want to. So, why did you not leave? He's a dragon, but you would have done whatever. And then Bakugo's like, yeah, I would, but every time I did, he just sniffed me like he's sensing my energy. Almost like he sniffed me so many times that he knows my scent. Wherever he goes, even when he's sleeping, he knows that I'm about to leave. When I was here for the 3 months and, well, just a few hours, maybe a month, I forgot. I don't see that there's a time here in this world. And then Kaminari's like, wow, these are some good stories. Good fantasies, but they don't even seem real. What are they talking about? That's when Deku's like, okay, let's go. You too, Kaminari. That's when Kaminari's like, okay. And that's when that's when they jump out of the cave and they're flying down, and Kaminari's like, hey, Deku, or Izuku, what is this place? You guys talk like it's a different world. That's when Deku explains magic and in this world, and we're in a different world, and I can travel through them with a portal from our world. And Kaminari's like, please, magic? That's not real. And that's when Deku's like, so magic isn't real, but quirks are real. That's when Kaminari's like, yeah, we can use them. Then Deku's like, then what about magic? I mean, quirk, everything about it sounds like magic, so please explain why you think it's not real. That's when Kaminari doesn't say anything with a face like, oh, god damn it, he's right. That's when Deku and all of them go down, and Deku doesn't tell them about the war and dragons and, you know, the Sedita and everything Deku's been doing down here for 2 years. That's when they all get down, and Deku, he just wanted to do some fun, falling down, so he teleports them to the Sedita Kingdom. And Deku tells everyone, hey everyone, it's been a long time. That's when Deku's like, he goes like, Deku, yes, you're here. It's been a long time. That's when Deku's like, yeah, how long has it been? A year? Here? That's when Hugo's like, yep. Wait, what do you mean a year here? That's when Deku's like, oh yeah, I forgot, I never told them that. They only know that I've been training with a dragon. They don't know anything about the war so many years ago. That's when Hugo's like, whatever, at least you're here. We're finally all together. Except for, as then Deku says, yeah, Dally. That's when everyone just stops talking. And Deku's like, where's Raul and Amanda? That's when Hugo's like, yeah, Amanda's doing her princess stuff. And, you know, Raul, he's just going under the tunnels, digging for gold. And that's when Deku says, I see no one's changed here. That's when Deku goes, finds Ava, and says, hey, Evangeline, it's been a long time. And Ava's like, oh, Deku, yeah, it has. What are you doing here? And then Deku's like, yeah, I came back from my homeland. And Ava's like, wait, how did you come back? You can't go through portals. You can teleport because you're really fast, but, I mean, yeah, you can't just, the way I've seen you teleporting for a long time. You can't just teleport from your world when Deku's portals to ours. That's when Deku's like, yeah, my teleportation's pretty weird. That's when Deku still doesn't tell them anything about his world, but Deku's like, whatever. That's when Evangeline's like, yeah, it's just Dally's statue. And she just tells Deku everything that's been going on. And Deku's like, hey, by the way, when the war happened, when Nox was attacking the Sedita Kingdom, I know Dally died, but where's Rubelax? Or Ruby, as I like to call him. Evangeline's like, startles for a second, but says, yeah, that's the weird part. We never found him. We have a theory that Rubelax died when Dally shielded me. That's when Deku and her stop. And the way they stop is like how Naruto and Sakura keep stopping since Sasuke's gone from the village. That's what everyone's thinking since Dally's dead. Or so they think. That's when Evangeline's having her imaginations again. But Deku sees this since they're not imaginations and says that, and in the air, they hear, Evangeline, go to Rubelaxia. That's when Rubelaxia, it's that name. That's when Ava's like, Rubelaxia? Wait a second. Rubelaxia. It sounds like Ruby, but the rest of it sounds like that city we went to, where I was kidnapped by a crazy prince. I think it was a prince. And Deku's like, yeah, you're right. Ruby. Don't tell me he took over that place. That's when Evangeline's like, if he did, I'm not too surprised. But I'm also don't care because that city was the worst. But Deku says, hold on, if Ruby's there, then Dally might be there too. We just heard him here. He has to be there. That's when Evangeline says, finally someone believes me that Dally's alive. That's when they both go to find Ruby. But Deku doesn't teleport them there because it's been a long time. So Deku doesn't specifically know where they are. So that's when Deku and Evangeline they finally get to the city. And since Deku finally sees it, he teleports her to the castle. And they see Dally in a throne. That's when Evangeline says, Dally, you're here. And she goes to run and Deku says, Evangeline, wait. And Evangeline's like, wait, what? He's right there. That's when Deku says, don't you sense that? Come on, you're an elf. You definitely have to be able to sense that. That's when Evangeline's like, oh, this energy. I can't see it, but because we're not heliotropes like you and dragons, but I can feel the tension, the air. The air feels like death. That's when Deku's like, that's not Dally. That's Rubelax. That's when Ruby's like, you finally figured out my secret. You were always a detective, weren't you, Deku? That's when Ruby gets mad, because Deku's the strongest person he's ever seen. Maybe even stronger than Rubelax once Rubelax is unsealed. So Rubelax is a little bit scared, just a little bit, because Ruby's a demon. No demon's scared. I mean, look at Meliodas. He wasn't even scared of Escanor with a high power level. But, that's when Ruby jumps to Deku, but Deku just teleports away, teleports Ava to the sword, teleports to the sword, grabs the sword, and sees that, hey, Dally, I know it's you. That's when Dally says, hey, Deku, it's been a long time. But they stop their reunion quickly, and they teleport to Rubelax. Deku fuses them together. That's a skill he can use, but he doesn't use it because not really everyone is fused. So he unfuses them, and yeah, Deku teleports them all back home to the Sedita Kingdom. Hugo and Adamai still try to use their power to see any secrets in the Elia Cube, and as normal, whoever this guy is, I don't know, what was his name? What was his name? You know what, for now I'm just gonna call him Drake, and Drake tells them that they might find something good in an island where a dragon lives. Or no, he doesn't tell them a dragon lives there or his plans fails. So he tells them that there's something good on the island. I don't remember the anime that much because I haven't watched it in like months, maybe a year. So yeah, Hugo, Adamai, Deku, Dally, Amanda, the king makes Amanda go, Evangeline goes, Raul goes, just everyone from the Brotherhood of Tofu goes. Deku needs to go to Bakugo and Kaminari and says, you guys, I need you to stay here. That's when Bakugo's like, so, this Dally person was someone you really liked. He's right over there, right? And Deku's like, yeah, that's him. He was my best friend. Well, not my best friend, but, we were friends. Everyone had a connection to him. But now he's back, so we're good. But I need you guys to stay here. At least for, like, a year, maybe? That's when Baki was like, wait, what? A year? Are you... Oh, right, I forgot. That's when Kaminari's like, wait, I want to go where you're going. Because he knows about the magic everyone down here, and still doesn't know about the war, but he still goes with them. And Bakugo goes, and at the time where they're going, Kaminari eventually finds out about One for All. So, and Deku teaches him Lightning God mode. And yeah, time skips. They finally get to the island. Hugo's like, we finally got there. But as Hugo, because that's his kind over there, well, he feels a connection over there. He stops the boat and teleports there, and everyone's like, what happened? And Evangeline's like, Hugo's gone. And Evangeline's sister, since it's a time skip, you have no idea who Evangeline's sister is, so go watch the anime, because I'm not doing this again. Yeah, he's like, what? He stopped us? And that's when Deku's like, please don't tell me he did this. Oh, if he did this, I swear, man. That's when Deku was like, Evangeline is like, Deku, you need to get to Hugo. That's when Deku teleports to one of those ships and teleports right beside Hugo. And Deku's like, so what is this place? And Hugo is like, in his mind, he's like, what? How did he find me? Oh, right, teleporting, I forgot. And out loud, he says, I don't know. But let's just spy on them to see what they're doing on this island. That's when Deku is like, okay. And they hear that this guy, he's a prince, and he says some island there is his island, belongs to his family, but it's being guarded by a dragon. I don't know his name, so I think this guy's the Blue Flame Dragon. I'm gonna say his name is, I'm gonna say his name is, damn, it's so hard to name dragons, man. They're dragons. They need a good name. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call him Agnologia. Yeah, they see Agnologia, and Agnologia is like, leave this place. I don't want you to be here. And the prince says, go build your dragon's nest somewhere else. And he's like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to fight me. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm a dragon. I have unlimited magic. You can't do anything to me. You guys can be attacking for years, days, months, years, maybe even centuries, and I'm not gonna be leaving this place. And that's when the prince is getting mad and starts attacking, throwing bombs, and that's when he gets mad, and Nogia gets mad, and he turns into a dragon, and he flies up in the air and to go into them, and that's when he says, and that's when they're hitting bombs at him, and he's getting hurt because he hasn't fought in like years. The only time he fought was so many years ago, probably 3,000 years ago. I've been mentioning since. So he's getting rusty. So yeah, that's when he smells something. He smells two dragons, one half, and another one half. That's when he goes to slam the boat, so almost making them fly in the air, but he's standing on it so they don't. And that's when Dally gets there with Rubelax in his Ginny Quip form, jumping all the way there and swimming, and says, hey Hugo, Dally, sup? And that's when he starts to fight the prince, his guards, and the dragon takes Hugo and Deku away, and Hugo's like, hey, get off me, let me go. And Deku's like, hold on, Hugo, I think he's on our side. That's when Hugo stops, and Agnologia says, wait, that prince and his guards aren't the enemy. That is. And Deku and Hugo are like, wait, what? And Deku, Hugo, they're sensing something evil and demonic. Not and Deku's like, hold on, I know that, and that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Bye.